There were these 4 kids. They grew up firm friends. Ambition was the youngest, a bright-eyed kid with a numbness where his logic should have been because he was ruled by his hungers. Next there was Pride. Now Pride walked with the broad stride because he from himself would his weaknesses hide. And yeah, people like being near him, they couldn't tell whether they loved him or feared him. It's more they found his self-confidence endearing. So next there was Talent. Now Talent was beautiful and gallant, but she lived for her senses though, and not for her sense, and so her poor heart was covered in dents. Eldest was Envy. Now Envy's eyes often seemed empty, cause she would talk loud in lengthy sentences. She was frenzied, sensitive, tall and cold. Her eyes were green like your skin when it's marked by fake gold. So anyhow, they grew up, they fell out, they made up, they got drunk, they hung out from sun up to sun in, and they got done in, and they hit the ground running. Looked for and found something, but it all turned to nothing though. When Pride got with Talent, Envy with ambition, they forgot how to listen. Things changed, became different, everything was competition. Talent and Pride became bitter, despised, they got hateful, sarcastic, dreary, drastic, and yes, they loved each other greatly, but their fights were terrible, and they raised each other high up on pedestals. They isolated themselves. They stopped speaking to Ambition and Envy. They became distant and unfriendly. That's when Envy got sad and cried plenty. Her indignation roused. She discovered she wanted more than she had found with Ambition, because he was always looking, but only got what he was given. Concerned not with what his hands held, but what they could be gripping. He was always chasing, never fought to fill the space in. Envy made him more desperate with every point in conversation, always forcing the comparisons, making him address how every time he promised more, she always ended up with less. Yes, so these 4 firm friends became 4 fierce forces, heading for that awkward stage that precedes most divorces. 4 joint segments of a one-body party just drifted apart and turned nasty. But look, Pride keeps Envy at bay. Ambition helps Talent become more than just a parent. Talent, it will flourish. This will enable Pride, which quells Envy. They should exist side by side, because these factors contribute to balance alone. Pride is often envious of talents, it seems. Many have ambition, but talent they haven't. Some have talent, but get envious of proud ambition, and so alone, these 4 friends came to realize how without the others, they're just a quarter of what they ought to be. Still, everything occurs accordingly. But now when they meet up, the conversation seems to flow awkwardly. So they're just living separate lives thinking, there used to be more to me.